Welcome, welcome one and all. I love science. I may not be a witch, but here I am the science witch, and I am back with some more Harden shipping. So, it's been about maybe a week or less since I uploaded my Harden shipping video, my Harden shipping analysis, and since then I got a couple asks from, an anonymous person on Tumblr who asked me if they could send me headcanons and if I could analyze those headcanons. So I got really excited because, I mean, these are the first messages I've gotten about my channel with suggestions or headcanons or something. So I got really excited, and I figured that instead of typing everything out, I was going to do a video on it because, you know, it's my first actual, message, and it's pretty special to me. I'm probably not going to forget this, and I have the ask saved on my phone. So, but because I'm recording, I have everything written down instead. So, I figured let's get started with headcanon number 1, which I really like this headcanon. So, headcanon number 1. Archie was born with a severe disability in his legs. Swimming was the only physical activity he could do because his legs were too weak to walk on land. He often practiced in the ocean where there would be fewer people to gawk at him. It took him many years of swimming for his legs to heal properly, and during those years, people constantly shunned him for his disability, which made him feel closer and closer to the sea and resentful towards the land. Okay, so that headcanon, I love that headcanon. I read it during dinner, and I just sat there and like, ooh, that's a good one, because it really is. It's a good headcanon. I enjoy it very much, because it kind of puts a little bit of a backstory onto Archie, and the whole resentfulness towards the sea, or towards the land, is a really important piece that I think it's never really explained that much, or they don't go much in depth on it in any of the games. I don't think they have it in the manga or in the show. So, about this headcanon, I definitely love it. To analyze it, I'd say it is a very, very, very accurate representation. But I definitely really like this headcanon, because, everyone has their faults. Everyone has their faults, and I see as, Archie is this big, buff guy who's fit, and he's good-looking, he's athletic, he's buff, and he's just an overall bombastic kind of guy. But everyone has their faults, and the fault with Archie could be the disability, which is a really, really, again, I can't say it enough, I love this headcanon. And the fact that, him going to swim and everything, and, bringing his connection to the sea, it's such a deeper, it brings a deeper sort of, thing. It just goes deeper into Archie's past, and being that he was born with it, it kind of you can, if you would go into his place at this point, you have a disability with your legs, you can't walk, so you swim, and people on land gawk at you and everything, but when you're in the ocean, you're free. There's not a lot of people there to see you, and you can just do whatever you want, because from the waist down, no one can see you. And he was just him. And that brought him closer to the sea. And it really probably, if you were him, you could imagine the feeling of being gawked at for something you couldn't help, you could not control. It was how you were born. And anyone with any sort of disability at birth would probably know what this feels like, which can bring a connection towards people who, disabled people which don't get as much representation in media as they should, 'cause it sucks, but they really should have more representation. But this headcanon kind of I know it's just a headcanon and it's not canon or anything, but still, it's not only does it have the deep backstory, and the effects that it has, but it's also bringing a focus onto the disability itself, which is, again, very, very, it's a great headcanon. I don't know where you found this in Anon, but I love it. On to the next headcanon, we have Steven Stone and Team Magma used to be friends until they had a falling out when Team Magma revealed its plans. Maybe growing up, Steven was part of their little clique. I like this one too. Like, all three headcanons that I got, I really liked. I mean, the third one I've heard a lot, but these two haven't seen very often. I've only seen it like once or twice. But Steven Stone and Team Magma thing, which I'm assuming you mean Maxie, but not just the whole team itself, but Maxie. I could definitely see Maxie and Steven being really good friends, like, at a young age and whatever, because of both of their passion for stones and minerals and the earth. So, and just land in general. I mean, of course, Steven is more interested in rocks as opposed to land itself, but still, I can see them having a lot of intellectual conversations about it and really appreciating each other's intelligence. And, yeah, like it says, Steven being part of their clique. Maybe Tabitha and Courtney grew up with Maxie too, even though Maxie, I assume, is a little bit older than them. But, they all sort of might have known each other as children, because why else would he have them as admins unless, like, they held a very important role in, like, the team. Besides their determination, I'm pretty sure they'd have to have some other reason to be promoted to admins. But, yes, I feel like if Steven didn't get, according to this headcanon, if Steven didn't get angry when Team Magma revealed their plans and was with them, I feel like Maxie and Steven would be, like, they'd both be leaders, or Steven would be an admin, if not the champion. Or, like, it's kind of like, what's her name, Malva from the X and Y. She was part of Team Flame, but she still remained her role as a member of the Elite Four. So she was, and as a newscaster. So she sort of like it's like Team Flare was her side job. It's like that's how it would be with Steven, except he was the champion. And maybe at this time he already gave his position to Wallace. Who knows? But Steven would definitely be a part of this if he wasn't opposed to it, as this headcanon proposes. So yes, I really, again, I don't know how many times in this video I've said it so far, but I really like these headcanons. They're so good. Oh my god, they're like, backstories and plots are like, I'm a sad, sad child. Okay, number 3. Shelly or Archie used to perform at the Cerulean gym. Now, this one, number 3, is one that I have heard very, very often. I've seen fan art of it drawn, I've read fan fictions of it, I've seen a lot of Cerulean gym things, whether they're the mermaids, or they just perform like synchronized swimming or something, but the leaders of Team Aqua sort of worked for the Cerulean gym, or performed in the Cerulean gym. Now, that I definitely can see, but yet, like, I feel like that would be an AU without Team Aqua and Team Magma. Like, with the teams were never a thing. Like, it's, I guess, no teams AU, it would be called. But yeah, a no teams AU where they would perform at the Cerulean gym. Either that or, like, in their teen years. In teen years, I could see Archie being a male performer. God, that makes him sound like a stripper. Kinda is if he's like a mermaid. It's like... So, yes, Shelly and or Archie, I can definitely see performing at the Cerulean gym at some point in their lives. Whether it's an AU where there were no teens, or if it was in their teen years, or if it just happened at some point. But I can definitely see that happening. definitely approve of all three of these headcanons. I love them, and I just love headcanons in general. You guys know the drill. If you have any headcanons, ships, or anything else you want to see me analyze or do a video on, send it to my Tumblr, my Twitter, or my... what's the other one? Or just put it in the comments. And I will try and see what I can do, and I will see what I can do about them. So, thank you guys so much for taking your time to watch this video. If you enjoyed what you saw, take a stab at that like button, and I hope to see you all in the future. Take care of yourselves. I love you. Bye. Also, if you guys didn't notice,